My most recent video before this one was Chat GPI. The AI agrees that XRP prices prey to institutions in Wales. And I still think that way, but to be fair, I decided, well, let me go and check and see how much this AI is accurate. And so that's what I did for this video. I hope it's enjoyable. I hope you like it. And I hope you come back to see DK Will talk about it.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
So while I was here in Watcher.Guru, I decided to put in the search bar XRP price AI, and I was able to find a bunch of AI predictions that were predicting the price at particular times based on particular events. And I'll close this out with an event that I think is going to impact the price. But the article that I started with was the most contemporary article we have, which is May 20th, 2025 price prediction from an article that was put out today. And it says the AI predicts the XRP price for May 2025. Now, this goes on to say that XRP continues to make waves in the cryptocurrency market. The token is now forging a new independent path, busy formulating global collaborations to expand its dominions. That's a fact, Jack. But it goes on to say, here's how high XRP may surge by May 20th. Will it continue to surprise the market in the near future? I'm going to say it's going to surprise this AI, is what I'm going to do. But what it did, it reviewed some Ripple price analysts, what the experts are saying, and most of the experts it found were experts on X, and some familiar ones. But something that is significant that occurred that should impact the price positively was this here. It says Ripple has always been a focused cryptocurrency, despite the token's legal encounters with the U.S. SEC. The token never really stopped expanding its base. That's absolutely true. And worked relentlessly in pursuit of revolutionizing the cross border payments sector. Recently, the Institute of International Finance, IIF, has recognized XRP as a capable alternative to the cross border payments domain, giving XRP a new fame quotient to bank on. So, aside from the X statements by people like the Wrath of Kahneman and the Dark Defender, both of whom I trust are very notable and reliable individuals. This is about is the AI reliable? Well, the IIF certainly did. On the same day, there was an article about that. Certainly did endorse XRP as a swift alternative for payments. Now, that alone to me says that the AI might not be predicting correctly, but we're going to find out. Because when you read this article, it says XRP Swift Alternative has actually gained major recognition as the IIF officially acknowledged Ripple and XRP for cross border payments just recently. The endorsement from a global financial authority marks a significant milestone for cryptocurrency adoption in the traditional banking infrastructure, and many experts are taking note. Absolutely, I agree with that. And of course, going on, it said here, making comparisons. We're not really going to look at that, but the IIF highlighted Swift alternative capabilities in response to the BIS Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures. At the time of writing, which was the 14th, this formal recognition is being viewed as quite important for the future of digital assets and banking, according to their official consultation document. Now, an AI should absolutely give consideration to something like that when it determines the pros- prospective speculative price, the projected speculative price of XRP. Now, XRP is not just a speculation asset to me; it's got teeth, it bites. But the article did go on to say, going down through all the chaff, getting to the Coin Codex was the AI in this one. The XRP price for May 2025. Ripple may surge to sit at 223 price spot by May 2025. Interesting that it would need to surge to 223 when the price is already 232 as we sit here right now. So this AI kind of undershot the potential of the coin, unless, of course, something's going to happen over the next 4 days. We just don't know. But here's what we do know from an April 7th article. The AI predicted the XRP price for April 12th, 2025. And of course, we're just going to hit this hard and fast because that's what we want to see. How accurate is the AI? Of course, we always have the input of the experts, they call them, on X. And Dr. Fender, I trust Dr. Fender. I might come back to that. But nonetheless, here's where we are. The token price for April 2025, as per Coin Codex is having issues here. Ripple may surge to hit $3.77 by April 12th of 2025. There's your graph. That was the April 12th prediction. That's what it looks like on an annual map. Let's go see what it looked like in reality. In reality, on April 12th, we do see there was a surge in the second week of April. But on April 12th, it certainly was not $3.77. And in fact, it was $2, and I'll give it 16 cents. So it looks like the AI kind of missed the mark on that token price for April 12th. But before we look at the other one, let's give a little consideration to Dark Defender. Like I said, I would probably come back to this because on April 4th, Dark Defender said that everybody will turn bullish shortly. Excellent. Now, when we compare that to the reality and we find April 4th, which is right here, when he said it, it went down. But then beginning April 8th, it went up and it kept going up. So I would say from 4.8 to 4.8 is a good call on shortly because it did go down to the $1.79 figure that was predicted by the AI, although it was 4 days early. But nonetheless, Dark Defender gets a W. So is AI ever going to get a win? Here's April 20th prediction that was done on April 14th. A price prediction for April 20th. For the sake of time, let's just scroll on down there and find it. Short-term price prediction, here it is. And the short-term price prediction is from the 14th to the 20th, 6 days. It says, sadly, the next couple of days were painted red for the altcoin. According to data from Coin Codex again, XRP will likely decline throughout the coming days. The asset will even push below $2. That's pretty specific on April 19th. And on April 20th, the cryptocurrency will trade at $1.89, bringing in major losses to its investors. So for the next couple of days, we're going to see decline to April 19th, $2, and then $1.89. Starting from April 14th, let's go to the chart, Bob. April 14th is what we're looking for, and I don't know anybody named Bob. Here we are. April 14th, it was at $2.12. Now we're supposed to see a steady decline down to $1.89, wasn't it? But we didn't. It only went down to about $2.06. I said and $1.89. Yes, $2.06. And then it hasn't gone down at all. So it looks like to me, folks, AI got another loss. Okay, AI, you got one more chance. Here's an AI prediction for May 1st of 2025. It was made on April 28th. Now, that's only what, 3 or 4 days now. They only have to worry about 3 or 4 days. Let's get on down there. Let's boogie down to the bottom here. And according to, who is it this time? Coin Codex again, XRP may hit $2.36 price mark by May 1st. It may hit it by May 1st. Let's go look and see what happened on May 1st. Here's 4/4/26/29, 5/1, $2.21 on May 1st. How long did it take it for it to get to $2.36? Well, let's go find out. Be fair. Be fair. There we go. I just saw it. There it is, 236 on the 11th. So a little early on the call, but it eventually showed up. That's a pass, a draw, a tie. We're going to give it a tie, even though it's 10 days off. We'll give it a tie for that. So when we look at the earlier prediction we saw here for XRP, the most current prediction, how much stock are you going to put in it? I'm not going to put a whole lot of stock in it, to be quite frank with you, because this time per Codex, we're going to go to 223. Remember, I said we're already at 230 something, so that's out. Because there's things happening. Here's one of them. BlackRock to file for an XRP ETF, it's a question mark. It says why it may be more than rumors. This is also a May 14th article. Today is the 16th, and you'll probably see this on the 17th. But it does say that the BlackRock may be preparing XRP ETF as the SEC meetings continue. And so that's a big deal. And for the sake of time, I'm going to stop right there. But what we can see from this video is that AI is not quite reliable as a price predictor. So if you're using it, you should probably stop. Now, let me add a little caveat to that. The bots are pretty good for the institutions. But think about what would have happened for the retail investor who saw these April 12th predictions and looking for $3.78. So they buy in, and this was on April 7th. So they come in trusting this AI on April 7th, which is right here. And then they get a little bait on the 8th. It goes down, and here they come, and it goes up. They think it's going to happen, and then it goes flat. It doesn't happen. It doesn't meet its target. Most people don't have the stomach to deal with crypto and do that. So we're not going to put a whole lot of stock in this one either. May 20th, 22, 23, because as we know, it's already past that. Is it going to go down? I doubt it. If it does go down, I'll put my neck out on this one. It's going to go down to liquidate before it takes off. I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It. And I've talked about it. My cat's calling me. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.